thanks for joining. Thanks for all you guys that have been coming along on the journey of our build. And so this is a diesel tank that we want to mount on the back of the RV. Has this lockable feature that we want to bolt on to this bracket once we get it cut down to size. We'll have a rudimentary numbers of the size of the bracket that we need. And at the RV we already have this H-calorie air heater that's already mounted onto the floor, but nothing is hooked up yet. We just found a place to bolt it into the RV. So this is the next part of the project, and we'll see if we can't get this bracket over to the manufacturer this morning and start on it as soon as possible. Let's have a quick look at parts of the diesel heater that we already had installed here just prior to our Christmas holiday vacation. Didn't get it all installed, so we used the electric heater for those months, and it was quite adequate. But here we go inside the cavity of the cargo bay here. So we've got the diesel heater mounted on a elevated rack. Put links to that in our video. We got all these pieces from Amazon. The exhaust goes out of a port, and it's a stainless steel port, same as they use on boats. And over there you see the diesel pump already hooked up, and the line going out to the filter. And then from there it will go out the back wall up to the diesel tank on the outside. And then we have the DC line to hook up to 12 volts in our control panel. That's going to be mounted on an inside wall. Back at our desk, and what I want to do here is insert this standpipe, which will draw the diesel under the tank for a diesel heater that's going to be in our DIY trailer as a heating system. So what we need to do is cut a hole in the top of the tank here to insert this. In a lot of these installations, people tend to put a drain on the bottom here for the diesel heater. I've also seen it done where they put the draw system out with one of these pickup lines and stuff. We'll just tap that over on there. So one of those lines, they put it on the top here. And the reason I'm doing that is I'm concerned that if the line that comes out of this outside diesel tank and what does come with the heater is this looks rather cheap little plastic line, what I will do is upgrade it to more of a commercial heavy duty diesel line to come from the outside to the heater inside to where the diesel pump is for the heater. But I'm still concerned that if it got disconnected or punctured or anything, all the diesel inside the tank is either going to drain onto the floor inside the RV or it'll drain outside. But either way, it's going to be a disaster and a mess. So I do think that the pump that draws the diesel for the heater is strong enough to draw it up this about 16 inches, and then it drops down to the heater. And I've seen that in other applications where people have done that, and it seems to work fine. So if you know any different, please drop a suggestion into the comment section below and let me know if it works or doesn't work, or if you've done it. But at this point in time, what I'm going to do is insert this into the tank from the top, just drill a 7/8 hole. And so let's go ahead. I've already marked this pipe off to where I need to cut it off. Is about 16 inches of pipe length that I need, and I've got it bent just so that it'll come around this little, there's a through line plastic here, and I just have it bent around here. I want to keep it off the bottom maybe a half an inch or so. Take that off, just knock off any burrs on the bottom there. And so now what I've got to do is just drill a hole on the top, and I have a 7/8 hole saw here, so I'm just going to stand up and we'll get that done. And we'll get this connector mounted. So this is a way that it's going to fit onto the back of the RV, and have the line coming off here and then going down. So the one piece I'm still waiting for from the metal shop is they're building the little bracket to put on the back here, so I have a little room between the tank and the actual wall of the RV where the hose line can go down. So this is pop a hole up top here, and either we're going to completely destroy this thing or everything's going to work and we're finished. We save the plastic piece from falling down the bottom. So before we get going, let's just shake out any residue that would have fallen into the bottom there. Just take this cap off just to make sure. Yeah, looks clean. So now let's just see if we can fit this standing pipe inside the hole here. So what I did there is I just filed the hole just a little bit larger, just have a bit of a round file there and a power saw chain file, and just enlarged the hole just a little bit so I could get it inserted in there, and it fits in there nice. And we'll have the drain going to the back wall, and we'll just put these fittings back on top here and get that screwed down there, and that will be our diesel input from the outside tank here to our diesel heater, instead of having it mounted inside. And we'll just tighten that up a little bit here with a squeak press and rinse. Don't want to pull it right through, but just snug it up real tight. All these parts, I'll put a link down below for that bracket. Should be ready tomorrow, and we'll see you back at the RV just like that. Room where we're going to put the heater in. But first off, it's cool and chilly out. It's quite overcast. Just want to have a quick look and see what our battery level and charging system is like here right now. So let's just see on the screen here, see if we can see that. We've got 2 days of battery consumption left at 84%, 13.8 volts. And up top here on the solar panel, even though it's cloudy out, it's charging at 2.3 amps with cloudy conditions, so we should be good for power here. Having our ceiling lights and bedroom lights and kitchen lights and everything lit up here, so we can get started on the project. So what we have to do here is remove that bed and get down to the little bunker down at the bottom there where the heater is already mounted on the floor, and we'll see what we have to do to tackle to get this heater installed. Our queen size mattress, which has been very comfortable. We used it this last week through the Christmas holidays with an electric heater, but it wasn't terribly cold. What we want to do is put a diesel heater in here and use it for winter camping, hopefully when the snow comes up. So let's just roll up this 2-inch top layer of sponge here, get it out of the way first. We'll just set that in the front here, out of the way. Out of the way. And in this folding 4-inch mattress here, we can just fold it up into sections. Slide it over onto the collar. Get that out of the way. You have a look at that wide opening now. If somebody did want to put a kayak inside here, or small motorcycle, some bikes, you can just fold up that bed, put them inside here, and then when you get out to your camping spot, pull your toys out and put your bed back up. So let's go in the back there and just pull those lawn chairs off the floor. notice that we already have two vents installed. Here's one vent over here, and one at the other end. They're going to be heater vents for the diesel heater. The heater is, slide this out. And what we'll do is just have a look inside the box here. That's where some of our electrical wiring is, but already have one of the vents hooked up with some tubing to the diesel heater, which is mounted on the floor. But nothing's been hooked up besides that. It's just bolted to the floor, wired up, plumbed up, get it working. And on the back here is where we'll install the bracket with the diesel can on the outside. Here we are. Hello there. So this is about where the outside diesel tank is going to be mounted. It's about the license plate, and roughly in that location. So I've been trying to plan just exactly where we want to mount the controller module up on the wall, and most likely it'll go on that wall there, just on this side of the fridge, and easily accessible from in the bed, or just from the small living room area. Just go around the corner, put it up about half height there on the wall. So we'll just have to punch a little hole through the plywood wall there, in behind the cabinet, go up in the back side of the TV, and get it mounted right up inside that area. So I think that's where it's going to go. It'll be the easiest access point. Alright, here we are. That's our bracket, made by these boys here at Century Plumbing and Heating. Give them a call if you need something made up. Awesome. Time to go install this. It's a little bit nippy out this morning, but hey, let's go get this diesel tank installed. Got all the bits and pieces, grommets, hose here. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Got our bracket here now, and what I've got to do is just notch out a little bit of a corner out of it. There we have the diesel tank hooked up with the pump, the filter in line. Okay, here we are. Next day, back at the DIY RV. We're going to get all this wiring cleaned up for the heater here, get it all nicely organized, and get a panel mounted up on the wall here for a controller, and see if we can get that completed today. Alright, we have lights. Alright, looks like we've got our project installed. There we go. Diesel heater. Lines are all in. Hooked up to 12 volts. With a fuse. The line 15 down the bottom. There we go. And just went in the backside to cover it here. And up the wall. And behind the fridge. With the back panel, and here we are. And we've got it mounted. So let's go put in some diesel and light this thing up and see if it'll either work or explode or catch fire. One of the above. This is our maiden voyage of diesel here. Give this thing a try. We're going to find out, see if we've got diesel heat in this RV and we can go camping in the snow. Okay, here goes. Haven't read any instructions yet, but shouldn't be too difficult. Let's power it up. Turn it on. I see a little fan going around in there. I hear the fan going in the heater down below. And we'll see if it'll start demanding some fuel with the diesel pump here soon. Not exactly sure if it's on the countdown mode here to explode or to fire up and run, but maybe I should have read the instructions first. Let's just have a look here on the little panel, see what's going on. Maybe this is normal. It toggles back and forth for a little while. It does have 12 volts. Fan's going. 12 degrees Celsius in here right now. Volts coming in off the batteries. You know, my battery's a little bit low right now. Okay, now the pump's kicking in. Trying to drop some fuel. We'll see if our fuel injector port's going to work. There's some ticking noise going on. Don't see any fuel yet, but let's give it a few minutes here. So hopefully pretty soon we'll see some fuel coming down the line into our fuel filter there. And there's the pump ticking away. Somebody's probably telling me right now, hey, you need to prime that fuel line before you do this, but I'm a complete rookie. Didn't read any of the instructions. It's still ticking away here. A little tempting to try and get some fuel. Come on, baby. It looks like it's working harder and harder and harder to get something coming. Come on. Okay, after the third attempt, it does look like it's starting to get fuel into the fuel filter. Slowly filling up. And see it going into the main line just prior to the heater. It does look like it's doing diesel. We'll see if it'll fire up this time. It's the third. But it does have fuel on the line now, so that's good. Might have to try it one more time here. So here goes attempt 4. We do have line in the fuel. It does start up slowly. Hear the fan noise. Maybe I should have read the instructions before I started this, but we'll see if it'll get going here on the 4th attempt. Does have fuel. Does have 12 volts. First turn it on, it does take a while. For the pump to start ticking away. Come on, you can do it. I know you can. Try a little harder. Make me smile. And I'll start ticking. There you go. Okay. Let's listen to me a little bit. So we do see there's that air line, so maybe it has to work all the air bubbles out first. It fires up. I'll show you where the I hear something igniting. That's different. Sounds like a furnace kicking in. Maybe that's some heat. Oh, there we go again. Sounds like a blower. Wow, got some activity. Please don't blow up on me. I know it's only diesel, so it's not too explosive. See if there's any warmth coming out of this duct that I don't have. I'm still waiting for that one more pipe feed onto there. But it is blowing cold air right now. You hear the blower going. It is pumping. Feel just a little bit of warmth coming out of it. Increasing a little bit more. Well, sounds like we might have success. Hopefully you won't hear that ticking noise once I get all the panels back on here and get the bed back in place. It does make a little bit of a noise. The furnace part's okay, but that ticking part in the middle of the night, I'm sure I will cope with that. Okay, we're starting to get some warmth out of here right now. Over here too, it's blowing warm air. Wow, we have success. Amazing. Thank you, Jesus. Alright, up there. So putting that standoff in the diesel tank from the top proves me well. It does work. So the clip is ticking away. We have diesel in the line. And again, we have warm air. Hey, wow, yay, way to go. I love it. I am tickle pink. Look at that. We're at 17 degrees in here just after a few minutes of having it on. It's still ticking away and working like a charm. Pump's making a little bit of a clicking noise that everybody always talks about. I don't see any leaks. Diesel on the floor. Some very warm air coming out there. Looking forward for that other pipe to come over and attach here, which will heat up the inside cavity of the RV instead of the cargo bay. And then this heater here is angled so it'll blow out towards the front. And it's nice and warm in here, just a matter of minutes. So there you go.